I'm April Wagner, and my husband Bob and we're going to be your hosts tonight. And we're going to talk a lot about collagen, but we're also going to talk about our flagship product, Protandim, and really what a discovery that was. A little bit about Bobby and I. We have been in this industry now for 30 years. We spent 25 years with one company, did a little over 200 million in sales, made a lot of money for ourselves as well. But then about 5 years ago, we found out about LifeVantage and what we refer to as activation. So a little bit proper disclosure or legalness. One of the things that I do know about our company is if you work, it works. And it really is as simple as that. But tonight we're going to go through the LifeVantage story. Like I said, that it's got a super cool story. Breakthroughs in activation, which is different probably from anything else you've heard before. Why you're going to love Evolve. Evolve is our enhanced compensation plan. And there are quite a few people on here that got some serious increases in their income over last month, which was super exciting as well. We were all real excited about that a few days ago. And then if you see what we see, you know how to get positioned with us. So the LifeVantage story is
Following is an
story.
ABC primetime.
Stop that for a minute. Is a story that actually started in a lab. Back in the late 1960s, there was a scientist that discovered that our bodies create their own antioxidants. That was an aha moment for Bobby and I. In our previous career, we had taken nutritional products into physician offices and kind of had like a turnkey program that we did with, direct antioxidants. So finding out that your body could actually create antioxidants was like, wow, we had never heard that in all the years in all the doctors' offices that we had been in. The downside to it at that point was our body stopped producing these antioxidants in our 20s. So this scientist went back to the lab for a couple of decades and actually figured out how to flip the switch on the aging pathway. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. What was just going to play is a video. It's an ABC primetime video where John Kahunas, and this goes back to 2005, went into the lab where the doctor was, the scientist was, and he actually had his own blood taken. And we found that by using this product for 2.5 weeks, he decreased something that's a medical term called oxidative stress. So oxidative stress, if you're not familiar with it, and Bobby and I were not, is the measure of the amount of free radicals that our body creates, when we're eating, breathing, exercising, even more free radicals, and the amount of antioxidants that we're trying to ingest. And for everyone, the amount of free radicals is way greater than the amount of antioxidants. And so that term is oxidative stress. So I'm going to just flip on to the next screen. Okay, and so this is John Kahunas, and like I said, this is the ABC primetime video. If you have not seen it, definitely have the person that invited you here tonight to let you take a look at it. It's usually one of the first videos we use, so I'm not going to take the time to play it, but it's very, very interesting. But what we do know now about Protandim NRF2 is for every month that you're on Protandim, we reduce a whole decade of this oxidative stress. So much so that if we took an 80-year-old who'd been on Protandim for 8 months, a 60-year-old who'd been on Protandim for 6 months, a 40-year-old who'd been on Protandim for 4 months, and a 20-year-old, and we mixed all their blood, we could not tell truly whose was that of the 20-year-old. So it would appear that we all had the blood of a 20-year-old, which is just so exciting. So what's really cool about it is we have a lot of third-party validation. There are some 31 studies to date on our product itself, not the ingredients, which is traditional with nutritional products. They'll do it on the ingredients. Ours are actually done on the product because this is so, this was category creating. This was an industry disruptive when this came out, because again, we all thought, my husband and I, being in all these doctors' offices, thought taking our antioxidants, many of them bowls full, was the way that we were going to stay healthy. And you can see Ohio State National Institute of Aging Pretty funny, I just heard today that when our product came to market, there were only 74,000 studies on oxidative stress to date. And again, we know when we lower oxidative stress, and this is all in PubMed, we reduce disease, aging, and inflammation, which is big today in our society. It covers just about everything. There are now over 304,000 studies on oxidative stress as of today. So it's just gaining more and more traction. So when we look at this as a business, we're way ahead of the curve at this point. So these are some of the areas that when our oxidative stress gets high, we have problems. And again, that's pubmed.gov, or you can go to Google Scholar and you can find out, like I said, 304,000 studies on oxidative stress, all saying when you reduce oxidative stress, you reduce aging, disease, and also inflammation. And 31 of those studies are directly related to our product, which is pretty cool. But you can see the heart, eyes, skin, organs, blood vessels. I mean, it is our whole body. And this is the LifeVantage Protandim Tri-Synergizer. Don't really have time to go through all of this, but we've got more pathways other than just oxidative stress. We've got mitochondria, we got sirtuins at a cellular level. We've got things that can really help with everything from memory, weight loss, libido, joint pain, circulatory system, and I can go on and on and on, but this is a great package for people to be able to get started on and really be able to get a lot of good results from the way that they feel. I always say, it kind of puts the aging back so you actually feel like when you were in your 30s, maybe even your 20s. Just love those three together. But this has been even more exciting. As if that wasn't exciting enough, we didn't stop there. We actually have what we call an activating collagen. And again, this has been, just a category creating product in the industry of something when we speak of collagen, most people are already familiar with collagen. So it's pretty cool. The Guardian actually did this article, and, they're kind of alluding to the fact, is collagen a scam? Because there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a wide range of different collagens out there. We happen to have one that actually produces, and we can actually see some physical results pretty quickly. But what we found out is collagen itself does work. There are 20,000 different types of proteins. This is the most prevalent. This is the most important one that we want to have. And when we use it and we get the results with it, we actually get some amazing results. And again, these are some more studies. Again, collagen is gaining traction. But what they talk about in a lot of these studies, the Guardian or these, is replenishing, trying to add more in, which is just like those antioxidants, trying to add more antioxidant. We are activating. We are, turning pathways back on that have been gotten diminished. So here, we've got collagen. When should you try it? How much should you take? Type 1, type 10, and I'm going to go through a lot of that as well. Okay, the benefits go beyond skin deep, and I'll be able to show you physically what it looks like, but many of us already know nail health, hair loss. We're getting a lot of testimonies on that, promoting muscle recovery, cushioning of joints. Had lunch with a girl today, just started on our collagen, I guess about 3 weeks, and she was thinking about having knee replacement, and she's not now, which is super exciting. Gut health, straightening of bones, tissue repair, eye health, liver function, optimal health, cardio flexibility, sleep, mood, mental, brain support, and there's also libido in there as well. So lots of great results that we're getting from using our True Science collagen. And I'm going to talk a little bit why it's superior and unique, because this is what you need to know, because again, there's a lot of products out on the market, so many so that, I kind of got immune to it. I used to see them on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and I knew from some other ladies in other companies, they just weren't working. They were marketing them, but they just weren't getting results that they could see. But we are getting results that you can see because we are activating again. We are replenishing, and we're also maintaining. So we have this red ruby quinoa extract that is great at actually helping our bodies produce more collagen. You can see it activates the SOD gene, the catalase is increased. I can tell you SOD got rid of a lot of sun damage for me on the side of my face. I didn't know why originally, and somebody let me know that. But in 8 weeks, it actually increases collagen production by 42%, which is huge. And then you can see here, there's a graph on 8 weeks, the lighter picture all the way to, I guess, my right, hopefully it's your right too. You can see the collagen density is greatly increased, a lot more lighter color green. The black has gone away because there is that much more collagen there. We also have hydrolyzed marine peptides. Now we supplement or replenish with 10 different types of peptides. Again, we have a chart. Most of them out there are 1, 2, sometimes there's 3. I know of another one that's 5, but we actually have 10 different types of collagen peptides. And I think that's why we're getting such amazing results. There's 5,000 milligrams of this marine peptide. And then to round it out again, why we're different, we maintain that collagen. What we're doing is actually 2 things. They're up-regulating and down-regulating enzymes so that we protect the collagen that we already have and prevent the destruction of collagen. So we're doing 2 other things that, again, are just unheard of in other collagens out there. But what's not in it? We have no sugar, no artificial sweeteners, non-GMO. It is dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free. So this is the result of an 8-week clinical trial study. We also have another one coming out that's super exciting, but you can see again, collagen density, 42% increase. You don't see that with these other companies. They're not telling you these different studies. Skin roughness is reduced by 10%, death of crow's feet by 22%, blood catalase to 202%. Again, that's gray hair. A lot of people are seeing that. Thickening of hair, skin elasticity is increased by 8%. Okay, now when you get your collagen, if you've not gotten it from us, you know, it comes in a box so big. There is 30 little vials in there, each are 1.7 ounces. So it's like 2 swallows, great tasting cran apple drink. But it costs the company a lot of money to be able to ship this collagen, the packaging of the collagen. They did not take the cheap way out. But what they did is they hydrolyzed it so that the protein of the collagen is broken down into small particles. So we actually get the absorption, the maximum absorption of this collagen, which is so important because you don't want to take something and not be able to get the benefits of it. But we always say documentation beats conversation. And I'm going to flip through a bunch of photos here, but you know, you can notice again, the fine lines around her mouth and her eyes. The neck area, us ladies know that's a tough area. We always want to hide that from the sun as much as possible because that gets bad. This is actually mine after 8 months. And like I said, I got a lot of relief from sun damage. Being a tennis player, the front is covered, but not the side. You can see her neck, her chest area again, some amazing results. Again, 15 days. His eyes are looking much better. Her skin, like I should have done the side photo of mine. You can see it's just clearer, her skin. It's more even tone. We get a glow to it too. It seems universal among everyone that's using the product. The woman here, she's 70 years old. So we're getting results at all ages, and those are pretty amazing results. And then the other woman too, as well, you can see her neck. She's gotten some huge results there too. Under the eye bags has been tremendous. A lot of people have gotten rid of the darkness and the puffiness under the eyes. This lady again too has gotten an evening of skin tone as well there. Her eyes look so much prettier now. You can see that there. And then also the other lady looks 10 years younger already. I mean, just amazing what's going on. And this gentleman too has gotten amazing results. You can see after 30 days and 45 days, the results that he's getting as well, particularly under the eye area. In between the crow's feet, or is it the crow's feet? I think it's crow's feet there. And then the legs, because again, remember, collagen is everywhere. Collagen is the glue. So even if you're working out, if you don't have something to hold that skin and that muscle together, cartilage, it's not going to look nice. And you can see the results that this woman got. Again, more legs, knees. Ladies know, you know, that's just as bad as the chest and neck, heart areas. The stomach, again, some amazing results here. And then we've gotten some hair here. And then again, she's gotten rid of a lot of the sun damage on the side of her face. And I can relate to that one too. And again, that's the increase in the SOD there. A lot of hair testimonies we're getting. I love hearing all those as well. Growing faster, thicker. But you know, those are just some of the results on the outside. And you can imagine, like I said, you know, when we talked about results, you're getting results all over the body. You know, the eye is 90% collagen, you know, your heart, your lungs, it's, you know, your ligaments, your cartilage, everything is collagen. It's the most prevalent protein in our body. And we want the results, and we're getting the results with this. We also have a full line, and I don't have time because of the limited time. We just want to keep you for 30 minutes. But we have personal care. We have daily essentials, great for sleep. We've got our anti-aging. I briefly touched on that. We've got Omega. We've got really great skincare line that's infused with that NRF2, that reducing the oxidative stress. You saw our collagen. We've got a weight loss line. We've got shampoo. We've got an energy brain focus, probiotics, and pets. Your pets will love this product too. But so we've really great line, all started with that NRF2, the oxidative stress reduction product. But you know, if you're like me, you're probably excited. I can remember when we first looked at this industry, I was really interested in the products. My husband was really interested in earning money. So we're kind of like the perfect match. So I'm going to let him explain to you how simple this opportunity could be for you if you're looking to use some great products and earn some money on this side. So hold on, please.
Hey, good evening, everyone. And every time I hear more about the products and testimonies about the products, I just get excited all over again. And I'll tell you, I heard something interesting this week before I get into the money, and maybe you can relate to this. You know, just like if you go back, we've been in the industry now almost 31 years. And what was true 31 years ago is not necessarily true anymore. And what was known 30 years ago is not necessarily all that is known today. So things have changed. And I heard on the news this week, it got me very excited, and it made me very angry and sad at the same time. And a few years ago, I lost my mom to dementia. So dementia, Alzheimer's is something that, you know, I pay attention to. And I heard this week that there were breakthroughs in Alzheimer's, and the scientists are pretty convinced that it's a dietary thing, and that's causing it. And they explained that 100 years ago, when we were taking in sugar, and they said it's dietary, sugar related, and gut health related, okay? And they explained 100 years ago, the sugar we were using, of course, was on a cane, and it was good sugar, and it was good for you. And in the last 100 years, our sugar intake, which now is almost all processed, it's not cane anymore, we are taking in more than 100 times the amount of sugar that our ancestors and relatives did 100 years ago. And our bodies are not designed to deal with it. But here's the part that really made me mad. The pharmaceutical companies don't want us to know this breakthrough. And the big food companies and processing companies don't want us to know it because they're the ones doing it. And big pharma wants to keep supplying drugs for decades for it. And so I get so torn over it. But why do I share that with you? Growing up, and I'm 63 years old now, growing up, I always thought that, you know, your genes were your genes, your DNA is your DNA, but your genes, what you got is what you got. You're born with them. Do you know now, since then, we have control over about 90% of our genes, that we can control them. There's things we can do with diet and exercise and things to control that. See, that can be changed now. And we're always, you know the saying, we were always said, well, you know, we were born with it. You know, that's what I was born with. It's in my family. We've all heard the same stuff. So I'm sharing this with you because I want you to keep an open mind to what you're hearing. Okay, things change. And just because it wasn't like that 10, 20, 30 years ago, doesn't mean there haven't been breakthroughs. And I think the future is very bright, but we got to get wise, folks. You know, we have to realize what big pharma is doing to us. We have to realize what the big processing food companies are doing. And we have to start taking a little more responsibility for our health and our family's health. And a lot of that is controllable now. And part of that, you know, is why we're in the industry like this, and why we're with a company like this that's so far ahead from a science standpoint. And I can say that because the studies are there and the patents are there. But just as important is we need financial relief also. And nobody's going to argue with anybody here that, if we say the country's a mess and people's finances are a mess, hopefully yours aren't, okay? But we all know people whose are, and they're concerned about this so-called recession that's on the way. They're concerned about interest rates, their job, and in general, just, the whole inflation thing and earning more money. So I just want to take the last few minutes and show you how easily you can create a second or even third stream of income, okay, along with what you do, okay, not instead of. And it's using technology now, which makes things a lot faster than before. Okay, you remember, I mean, back then, if you wanted, years ago, if you wanted to talk on the phone, you had to be next to a wall because it was mounted to a wall. Now, our phone is stronger than a computer was 30 years ago, and we take it anywhere with us around the world. We have a computer in our pocket that works everywhere in the world. So it's really, really interesting when you start looking at it from a business standpoint. And what I want to do is just show you how you can get paid for sharing the gift of activation with others. Okay, and April shared the story, how the company got started, the whole story with Protandim, and now obviously our liquid collagen, which is setting the industry on fire. Not only network marketing, but the whole collagen industry. We've sold something like $28 million worth in the last 7 or 8 months. So it's going bananas, and people are just staying on it. The results they can see in 30 days, and they're just continuing on it, and the results are getting better and better. So we want to share the Evolve opportunity with you. And why Evolved? Okay. In our business, we share information either from an app on our phone, from a text in our phone, okay, a YouTube video. We share information with people using technology. And what that does is it gives us an opportunity to work fast, to work in the in-between moments of our jobs, our businesses, our home responsibilities. Every time we got 5 or 10 minutes, we can work our business, okay? But get this one, you can earn approximately, and I'm gonna, I'll go into the numbers a little bit with you, but anywhere from 10 to 40% every month, not just the first month, every single month, just from gathering customers, just showing people what is available, showing the before and after pictures like April just did, and that's all available for everybody to use. And we have it in a Facebook group, we have it in a Messenger group, it's on our website. Everybody has access to all of that. Think about it, 10 to 40% every month on every customer that you share it with. Now, there's also another opportunity, and this is more of the opportunity that April and I are involved in, and probably most of the people that invited guests on here tonight, where we can build and grow a team of customers and consultants. And what's the difference? Okay, well, customers are using the product. Okay, consultants are using the product and introducing other people to the product in the business. That's the only difference. Basically, we do the same thing. Okay, when we like what we use and like what we have, we just share it with others using the same tools. Okay, it's that simple. Now, the company has 6 or 8 different ways that we get paid. And again, we always want to keep this to right at 30 minutes, so I don't have time to go into everything. But we have a Jeep program, that's our car program. It's a Jeep. We have an annual trip, and it's what we call a bucket list trip. We've been on a bunch of them, but our 2 favorites have been to Ireland a couple of years ago and Croatia about 6 months ago. And Maui also. We went Croatia and Maui in the same year. So there's a lot of bucket list locations that become available for those that want to build the business. And, like I said, our car program is a Jeep program. So what's involved with getting started? The products, I don't know, it's kind of a no-brainer. As soon as you see those pictures and you hear what April said, that's kind of a no-brainer. But to me, The business is a no-brainer too, because you customize it to suit your life. So everybody's got their free time, whether it comes 5 minutes at a time or it comes hours at a time. But step one, you just pick a pack. You know, it's anywhere from a couple $100 to $1,000. That's the max. For me in April, hey, we're industry professionals. We had done over 200 million in sales in our first company before we joined LifeVantage. We wanted to use everything. We got elite packs. Both of us did. Okay. But you can start with a Radiant pack and elite pack. There's 5 or 6 different choices, anywhere from a couple $100 to $1,000, but just pick one and look at what the products do and look at what April talked about and see what presses your buttons. Okay. After that, decide what you want to stay on personally on a monthly basis. Okay. I mean, for us, we use it all. Okay. And I mean all. Okay. The only thing we're not using right now is the Protandim because we haven't gotten any new pets recently. Okay. But they're coming again. We just don't have any at the time, but we use them all. But, you know, a lot of people, it's the collagen and the Protandim. I'd highly recommend you add the AM and PM product to that. It's, you know, morning health and evening health. It's up to you, but decide on, you know, a monthly product that you want to continue to use. And then let me give you an example of how simple this could work. Okay. We use a program that we call 3-in-1. Okay. And here's the deal. Each month we introduce what we have in the form of products. Okay. And our business to 3 new customers and 1 new consultant. A consultant is someone that's doing the business along with us. Okay. 3 customers, 1 consultant each month. So after 3 months, you'd have 9 customers and 3 consultants. After 6 months, you'd have 18 customers and 6 consultants. After 9 months, 27 customers and 9 consultants. And after 12 months, 36 customers and 12 consultants. Now, that's the business plan. Now, you can multiply that to get as big as you want to get. There's no limit to what you can do, but this is a good way to start. And look at this, 36 customers on Collagen. If you do the math, we get credit for 112 points with Collagen. 36 customers on Collagen is 4,032 points a month. The average earning on that is 30%. So 30% of 4,000 is 1,200 a month. So how many people do you think could make good use of an extra 1,200 a month? Do you know if you wanted to turn that into 2,000 a month, do you know all you have to do is show 2 people how to do what you're doing, and you turn your earnings into 2,000 a month just by, let's say you take either your 9 consultants or you help 2 of your 36 customers, it doesn't matter what scenario, and show them how to become a diamond distributor, which is a distributor that has 36 customers. Okay. And you make, and again, I don't want to complicate this because I only got a couple more minutes, but you make 10% on what they do. So it's an extra 400 each. So you're adding 800 to the 1,200. So you're making 2,000 a month. Now it's 24,000 a year. And that's why at the top of the page, it says 3-in-1 and you and 2. And that's our business plan, folks. That's all there is to it. So let me give you an example of what this all means, okay, in dollars and cents. If you look at the bottom of the page where it says personal sales bonus pool, 5 customers makes you an Onyx distributor, okay? So you'd be looking at earning about $200 a month. And let's say that would help pay for gas. 10 customers makes you an Emerald. That's 400 a month. And let's say that helps a car payment, maybe not a whole car payment, but close to it. 20 customers makes you a Sapphire distributor. That's 800 a month, and that'll pay for groceries. And 36, like I said, I told you before, that's $1,500 a month. That might pay the rent. So the reason I'm not showing you big money, okay, and we've earned big money and we're making big money with this company, our first company, we did over 200 million, our team in business, and that earned us multiple millions of dollars. Okay, and we're more excited about LifeVantage than, way more excited than we were with our first company. I just want you to understand the money can come fast, okay, in the business. You can join the business tonight, get some product, pick a package, become a consultant, get somebody enrolled on product tomorrow, okay, and you can very easily have money being deposited into your account in a couple days. You don't have to wait months and months and months. And if you're somebody that's saying, well, Bobby, look, you're talking about 20, 30, 40,000 a year, and I'm making 100 or 200,000 a year. Great. Okay. Would you like to make that a month? See, I want you to see the formula that I'm talking about. When I showed you how 4,000 points equals $1,200, all you're doing, that's 15,000 a year. If you want to make 30, do it twice. Okay. If you want to make 60, do it twice and show 2 other people how to do it. It's just a multiplication factor after that. Okay. It's not you doing more. It's you helping others do what you do. And we guide you with that and we coach you with that. So we have people in the company. Okay. And the company's right now, right about 14 years old total. We have people in the company making anywhere from a few hundred a month to over 200,000 a month, not a year, a month. Okay. So whatever number you have on your mind, this is a global business. We could do it anywhere in the United States and 23 other countries. So it's wide open, folks. And with what's coming this year in the form of the recession, some of the things that, you know, is being predicted. One thing we know for sure, the inflation is here. You know, and what I've found about with inflation, man, they don't like to roll it back once they roll it up. You know, I was telling April today when I was in the food, so I said, you know, it looks like bacon may be making an adjustment. I'm seeing a lot of 2-for-1s. Okay. They don't like when they get it up to $10 a pound to get it back to $5. So what they do is give you 2 for the 10 and you're paying $5. Okay. They don't like to roll the prices back. So we have an opportunity for everybody we know to supplement their income and or replace it with an opportunity that nobody has heard of yet, but with products where we have millions of consumers already on it and dozens of studies. So here's what I would like you to do, because I see a lot of names on here tonight, and thank you, especially for the guests that are on. I see a lot of names here that I've never seen before. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Somebody invited you on tonight, and they may be watching it with you, or they may have sent you the link to watch it and you're planning on talking to them later. Let them know you watched. Let them know if you want to get on the product. Let them know if the business is of interest to you. And most importantly, do me a favor, thank them for caring enough about you to share this with you. Okay, because that's coming from a person that cares. Okay, to say, hey, you don't, I'm asking you to watch something you don't know anything about, but they cared enough about you to ask you to do that. Let them know you appreciate it. Okay. But with that, April and I are available to answer questions tomorrow, the next day. Whoever invited you on knows how to reach us, and they are welcome to give our cell numbers, and you're welcome to reach out. We'll be happy. We're all a team. We all work together. Everybody you see on the screen is part of the team, and April and I are included in that. So please get back to the person that invited you. Let them know where you stand, and let's all build a business together. And one last thing, I always like to say goodnight by waving. Would everyone turn your screen on and wave for a second? You know, Zoom is a funny thing. I didn't know much about it, okay, before pandemic. And then everybody, you know, is on Zoom. But I at least at the end like to see the faces again and just say goodnight properly, okay? So on behalf of April, myself, and our entire team, thank you. Have a great evening. Get back to the person that shared this with you. And hopefully we'll talk to you in person real soon. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.